Oh hey, this week on JTV, we have the newest prom things from Fitz Design. And you'll be texting OMG to your BFF, best flower friend, about these great products. So let's get started with today's projects. Fitz Design is always coming out with great new innovative products, and these are some of the things that really cause a wow for prom. They're over the top, and again, they're beautiful because kids are competitive, and you want to create beautiful things, one-of-a-kinds for them. And Fitz Design helps you create those. These are some of the newest items that they've created. Let's start with the boutonniere. You're familiar with their Calla holder with the magnetic back. But we'll make it a wow boutonniere by using overtime gypsophilia. And we'll mix that with some of their new sequins. These are rhinestones in colors that are set in their own setting. We'll grab those together and just use one of those stems of the rhinestones to wind around that and bring it together. We can trim that off short. We'll add just a touch of Oasis Cold Adhesive and place that down into the holder. Now that looks great, but we can take it and make an OMG corsage out of it by adding one of Fitz's great rhinestone details. Look at this one with the floral and the other rhinestones there. That'll be perfect. We'll cut it off short. I'm using my Nip-X so that I can cut through that wire. Apply some glue. And again, one of the things I'll always want to remind you about is that we need to use plenty of glue to ensure that everything's going to hold together. That goes on there so that it's a great finishing detail for us. Now that adds rhinestone and bling to a simple boutonniere that just has baby's breath and beautiful details of amethyst stones. Now think about the different things that they have available. They have necklaces. This one was so popular last year with the rhinestones all the way around. They've come out with a second one that allows you to do different things with it. It's very simple, still has a great latch on it, but it allows you to create fun things. You could wrap flowers all the way around this. You've got a lot of different opportunities. It's a great mechanic, and the price point for this is low, which allows you to create some fantastic things with it. But let's work with this one right here. I love the rhinestones. And what goes better with that wonderful diamond choker than a gardenia? Each one of the Fitz pieces comes with their patented flange. That flange is great because it allows us to glue anything to it. And it's already pre-attached. Today, I'm just going to remove that because I'm going to glue my gardenia right on top of that. Now here's a fun trick I learned a long time ago from my grandpa. You get beautiful big gardenias like this, but I wanted a smaller gardenia. So I'm just going to go around the outside and pull off those exterior petals. So now I have a smaller size, and I can flip that over, cut that off flush, apply glue to the back side. Notice that I used a good quantity of glue. We'll also apply the glue to the flange as well. I'm going to paint a little bit onto the petals back here too. And we'll wait a few minutes before we put that together. This gardenia is going to be a great accent to those beautiful rhinestones. In the rhinestone vein, they have several other products as well. Look at this great ring. With the rhinestones, a simple orchid on top of that could be really fun and simple. Or We could also do something with the stephanotis. I'll show you that in a second. We apply this to the flange and allow that to set up and dry. It's a beautiful way for us to use a gardenia as a simple piece on a necklace. And think of how fragrant that's going to be all evening long. So let's go over to our ring. We've got the ring. We're going to use a small stephanotis. I'm going to pick out one that's a little bit smaller than the rest. We're going to cut that off flush on the back side. And then apply some glue right here. Now again, I'm going to apply this right to the rhinestones themselves. Because on the ring, I don't have a choice. But it's going to be a great accent. And because these aren't really expensive, they just look expensive, I can afford to use a little bit of that glue. That goes right on top of my rhinestone ring. And then I can inset that with one of these beautiful flowers. Attach some glue to the back side. Just a nice coating. Put that right into the center of our stephanotis. Now that's a great looking ring. Classy and floral at the same time. The same type of thing can be done with their new barrettes. They also have these incredible cuffs as well. What a great way to use that. Let's put an orchid on this cuff. We have the flange in place. We'll apply some glue to the flange itself. And then attach the orchid. Got room for one more right next door. So they're side by side. Now again, I can take this over the top by using the bouquet buckles. Look at that beautiful bouquet buckle. We can glue that right inside there, and that steps that up completely. It gives us the opportunity to do different things and use different types of products from Fitz together to create over-the-top designs that make people say, oh my God. It's all about that for kids, and they're always excited about what they can see. Let's see. We can use one of our stephanotis too and combine that great look with our orchids. It's the patented flange that makes it so easy to work with. We can tuck in a square diamond. Right inside that stephanotis. The detail on this cuff is amazing, and the shape is unexpected. They have lots of different other sizes of cuffs. This one looks great, and you've got the great little rhinestone peeking out of the center. Look at these. And setting up a special section just for black and white and silver in your store will create an area that's elevated from everything else. Imagine if these were the samples that were sitting around along with this display, and your prices over here reflect the fact that these are elegant and a little bit upscale. A black cuff, a beautiful one down here, and look at these great pieces that look like decorative metal, but they're plastic. and it allows you to create something that's gorgeous. So let's look at boutonnieres for a second too. The buckles are wonderful, and again, the buckles are easy to use because they have this on the back, a place for us to slip our ribbon through, and if we're using a bouquet like this, we simply grab the buckle around and tie that into place. Now that's a great detail for a beautiful hand-tied bouquet. But at the same time, we can use buckles for other things as well. We're using the magic magnets. And we'll attach our stephanotis directly to those magic magnets. Our buckle's going to go on top. And then I'll add an orchid in the center. Use the one in the center as a cushion. And then we'll accent the two side ones with more of the rhinestones. With the magic magnets, it's easy for them to attach this to a boutonniere or the edge of a pocket. We'll let this dry, and then I'll show you exactly how it would go on. Now here's another fun idea I saw the other day. Taking a single button pom-pom and attaching one of the pieces of the magic magnet. You can take the magic magnet itself and cut it into 3 pieces. We've got one small piece here. We've glued our Kermit pom-pom on top and then attached one of the decorative rhinestone pins in the center of that. This then can pin on your lapel as a single flower. So it's a simplistic boutonniere. Or maybe you do 2 or 3 or 4 of them. But also think about the fact that something like this with a single magnet could be a button cover, or it could also be cufflinks. So you have different ideas and different opportunities for your customers. So let's take a look at this one over here. This is a great new piece that they've created with the rhinestones spiraling out. Now it can be used on a cuff. It could be used as an accent inside a bracelet. It can even be used on any type of product that Fitz makes. Today, we're going to create it as a boutonniere. We'll actually take one of our orchids Cut that off. Apply glue to the back side and also to the center of that. We'll let that set up for just a second. And we'll add one of our square pins to the center of that when we're finished. While that's setting up, let me show you this new item that they have as well. Great little barrettes for girls with a rhinestone on the end. What a perfect way for you to include that as an accessory for them for their big evening out. There's all sorts of opportunities because remember, prom is all about the night and that beautiful evening and the memories they're going to create. You don't want any of your prom corsages to look the same. You want to offer a selection to your customer that allows them to be different and innovative and stand out that evening. Fitz Design helps you create all of those things with a complete line of decorative accessories that accent as flower jewelry for that beautiful prom night. This guy should be about ready. Be able to pin him on there and attach it. Take the square, put that rhinestone right in the center of our orchid. I like the way that the square fits right in the center of that. And then our magic magnet attaches to the back. So that becomes a boutonniere that you can wear for the evening. Now let's take a look at our other buckle that we created earlier. We'll separate the magnets on the back. And these are great, good, strong, durable magnets. So it's an easy way for us to work with those. We could place it here, or we can also place it here as a great boutonniere. The great part about it is, it's easy to attach to your lapel. Kids are always worried about how to pin on a boutonniere. With the magic magnets, it's always perfect. Let me show you one of the newest things from Fitz Design. It's a great bracelet and ring combination that fits around the back of her hand and attaches to this beautiful ring. And of course, Fitz has their patented flange attached, so you can make flower placements. This is going to be able to create a one-of-a-kind for that special someone for your prom evening. OMG to wow. Kids are going to be texting and talking about the beautiful corsages that you've created for their prom night. All thanks to the great people at Fitz Design. Until next week, keep having fun with flowers.